Hey, hi, hello, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, aka PaperbackGirly, and I'm here today. I don't know what that is. I'm here today with an exciting video. I'm going to show you guys all of the series that I need to get read in 2023. I have 9 different series to show you guys today, and I'm so excited to be able to talk about these. I've been waiting to finally make a video talking about all these series that I'm super excited to read in 2023, and now today is the day that we get to talk about them. We're gonna start off this video with the most anticipated / most exciting series I have that I want to read. It's going to be a movie adaptation in 2023. Please, 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 please get your hands on this book before the movie comes out. Dylan Sprouse is going to be the main guy character. I'm talking about the beautiful series by Jimmy McGuire. This is the OG cover. This is the cover that I was seeing every single time I walked into the bookstore whenever I bought this book back in 2014. And this is probably the book cover that you're seeing now. Look how beautiful. First of all, this recover is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Also recovering the book 2 and the novella. This book is what got me into new adult fiction. After I read Beautiful Disaster, I could not go back to YA. I could not go back to books that didn't give me the same flair that this book did. And there's also a spin-off series about the brothers, about the Maddox brothers. That's another story that's another video in itself. But Beautiful Disaster is book 1 of this series. This is about Abby Abernathy and Travis Maddox. Abby is her best friend, Amanda, I think her name is dating this guy named Shepley. And Shepley is friends with Travis, I think. So they take her out one night to see Travis fight, and then I don't really remember how they meet and what transpires next, which is why I'm so excited to reread the book. So this is book 1. Book 2 is Walking Disaster, and it's basically the exact same book, but told through Travis's perspective. What I loved about this book whenever I read it is that we get some details and things that we didn't entirely get in Beautiful Disaster. You do get the difference whenever you read Travis's POV, and it makes you understand Travis a lot more as well. And I loved it. I loved it so much. This wasn't even on paperback whenever I started buying these books. This is A Beautiful Wedding. They're also recovering Walking Disaster and A Beautiful Wedding to beautiful covers. I tried to order them on Amazon, but I don't think they have them yet because I did get the older covers. I don't think new adult was classified as a genre yet whenever I found this book. Maybe it's possible to love a book as much as these, but the fact that these are the books that got me into new adult reading and got me out of my YA phase, I just look up to these books so much. The Vincent Boys by Abby Glines was the first book in this duology that I picked up. I got it from a library. I picked up the Vincent Boys at a library and freaking fell in love with her writing. I fell in love with Abby Glines' writing, and what's crazy is that a lot of her newer books are getting a little bit of traction right now. Her Field Party series is getting a little bit of traction. It reminded me whenever I saw those books that Abby Glines is that girl, okay? And I'm happy to see, I saw Alexa Ray, I'm gonna open this. I saw Alexa Ray pick up her Field Party series, and I'm excited for her to read it and share with everybody her thoughts about Abby Glines' books. So I think the Vincent Boys is book number 1. Vincent Brothers is book number 2. I do not think that anybody's talked about these books yet, and I'm excited to reread them, share them on Book Talk Book 2, and maybe hopefully get some people to read these books because Abby Glines, I love her writing so much. Honestly, all of these series are like rereads for me because I'm getting back into reading again, and I kind of want to see if all of the book series that I was absolutely obsessed with in high school and like growing up are still like valid. The Seabreeze series. Now, I can't even hold these books up. So this is the Seabreeze series. This is also by Abby Glines, and this is the same author that wrote the Vincent Boys. I read most of these books via Kindle. Well, actually back in the day I had a Nook. I didn't have a Kindle, but I read most of these books via ebook on my Nook reader, e-reader. I didn't get to read the entire series growing up. I think I only read like the first 4 or 5 books. Yeah, I think I only read these first 4 books and I really liked them. I really liked them a lot. I do remember some of them looking at them, to be honest. What I'm super excited about is to kind of like get to the end of the books. A lot of these books I actually got off of thrift books, and it was my first time ever ordering off of thrift books. So the first book in the series is Breathe. This is about Sadie and Jax. After that is While It Lasts. This is about Cage and Ava. Next is Just for Now. This is Sometimes It Lasts. Then we have Misbehaving, which is about Jason and Jess. Then we have Bad for You. This is about Crit and Blythe. Then we have Hold On Tight. And then lastly, we have Until the End. Now the last few books that I just talked about, I did not get to whenever I was younger. A lot of them weren't even out yet, so I don't really know much about them, but I'm so excited to get into those books. Okay, moving on. The next books that I have to show you, the next series that I have to show you, is the Pushing the Limits series. This is by Katie McGarry. I remember being so in love with this series too. So the first book is Pushing the Limits, and this is about Echo and Noah. Echo has been through a lot. She has like scars on her arms. She's not a very extroverted person, and for some reason Noah is intrigued by her. They have like this attraction and like they feel drawn to each other, and next thing you know, they get to learn more about each other. The second book is Dare You To. Pushing the Limits, Dare You To, Crash Into You, Take Me Out. I wasn't able to find the last book in the OG cover. This is actually the UK paperback. So that's cool that I was able to get a UK paperback, but it looks so completely different than all the other books that I really don't even want it. The next book series that I'd like to reread is the Fallen series by Lauren Kate, and this is actually a movie on Amazon Prime, which is very interesting. This book is about a young girl named, what's her name? Luce Price, and there's something super familiar about this guy that like she's going to school with. Her parents have kind of shipped her off to like this sort of like boarding school in a way. So they send her off to this school, she gets acclimated with the school, and there's this guy that has like this alluring pull to her. Like she feels so drawn to this guy, and there's something so familiar about him, but she can't figure it out. Book number 1 is Fallen, and I knew I loved this book because I had the hardcover of book number 2. They don't make this particular style anymore. They changed it to a different style. The words no longer go up and down, they go horizontally. So I think it did get picked up by a different publisher. So this used to be published by Delacorte Press, and now it is published by Ember. Ember books are actually really pretty though. I should get Fallen just to have all of the same books. The order of this book series is Fallen, Torment, Passion, Rapture, Fallen in Love, which is a mini novella, and Unforgiven, which is a Fallen novel. And this looks like it's about Daniel because this is the only book with him on the cover. So yeah, that is Fallen. That is by Lauren Kate, and that is another sort of like paranormal romance that I would like to read in 2023. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. This is a trilogy actually. I have already reread book 1. I read it last month. Absolutely loved it, rated 5 out of 5 stars, and it makes me so excited to continue on and get back into this story again because it's so stinking good. Definitely a paranormal romance, thriller type vibe. This is about a girl who's been in like a collapsed building accident, and then by the end of the book we kind of figure out kind of what happened and why everything happened. She has these powers and we figure out where her powers come from, and I don't know, it's just, hopefully the angle is somewhat the same. My camera did die, so I'm sorry about that. Before my camera died, I was talking about The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. This is by Michelle Hodkin. Then there is a spin-off about the main guy character whose name is Noah Shaw, The Shaw Confessions. The Noah Shaw trilogy is The Becoming of Noah Shaw and The Reckoning of Noah Shaw. Then the Mara Dyer trilogy, it's The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, The Evolution of Mara Dyer, and The Retribution of Mara Dyer. In the past, I've already read The Unbecoming and The Evolution of Mara Dyer, and I hadn't yet gotten to The Retribution of Mara Dyer. I want to reread The Perfect Chemistry series by Simone Elkeles. I'm missing 2 of the books. What I love about the OG covers, they're scenes that actually happen in the book, and Simone Elkeles used to make her own book trailers, and the people who are on the covers of these books are also in the little book trailers. It just means a lot to me to find the other 2 books. I'm not gonna try and buy them because I know I have them. The first one is Perfect Chemistry. That is the OG book. The second one is Rules of Attraction. That is the second book about Carlos Fuentes, who is the brother of Alex Fuentes. So the first one's about Alex, the second one is about Carlos, and the third one is about Luis. I want to finish the other 2 books in like the Lovelight Farm series. I read Lovelight Farms for Christmas time. The next 2 books are In the Weeds and Mixed Signals, and these are about the other 2 characters in the Lovelight Farm. So Beckett, Layla, and Lala, well, Stella, are like the 3 main people, I guess you could say, that run Lovelight Farms. They give like springtime vibes, and Lovelight Farms gave a little bit more like Christmas vibes, so I think this will be great for like the beginning of the year. I do want to get into the Cinder series, or the Lunar Chronicles series. This is like a retelling in a way, like a dystopian fairy tale retelling. This one is about Cinder, who is a cyborg princess or something like that. I don't know what she is. But first of all, this little picture right here is stunning. I mean, even this one is stunning. This was a popular series whenever I was younger. It was something that I would constantly see everywhere, and even though I was obsessed with Disney as a kid, I never really picked up on the fact that these were like fairy tale retellings, and so I'm sure maybe I would have loved it as a kid. Loved it, like absolutely loved it. But I do want to give it a shot now, and I don't see why not. I saw all of the books, and I decided only to pick up one. All of the books are so pretty, if you can see on the back. And so I'm excited to just have these in my collection, but not only just that, I'm excited to see if I would like it, because I've always seen this book, I've always heard about this book, and there's so many of the books out now. Those are all the series that I would love to read and reread in 2023. I'm so excited to start making reading plans for 2023. Even though I have these like series planned out, they're not going to be like the only books that I read, obviously. They're just like really high on my to read list, TBR list. I know also that reading a lot of series back to back to back to back to back can sometimes burn people out and me out, you know. I do still have other reading goals and reading plans that I would like to tackle alongside of these as well. As of right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 8, 9 series that I would really like to read in 2023. I'm sure I'll be able to as well with 12 months ahead of me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you got some new series to try and or think about reading in 2023. I am going to end this video off by saying happy holidays, happy new year, and I hope you have an amazing fresh start to the fresh new year 2023, and I hope that you have an amazing year.